It's funny to sit and look at you guys.
I know.
I don't usually like look at you guys.
I know.
I just kind of know you're there. Ben has...
Acne?
No, I was going to say... Ben's got 2 eyebrows. He's got a nose. He's got teeth.
Yeah, it's weird because normally during shows, like I purposely like have to look around like behind me. And so I feel like, I'm like, am I looking at the audience enough? Because I'm looking at you guys. Because I'm like, I can't see you guys. I wish the drums were in front.
Yeah, right. So then nobody could see anybody except for me.
Or hear anything.
That's fact.
I guess in theory it would sound better if the drums were in front.
Because then everybody would be covering their ears.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in terms of like mic bleed, because like my vocal mic, if the drums are coming from behind me, it's all going into my mic. But if you're in front, it cancels everything like behind it, you know?
Oh.
In theory.
No, that makes sense. I just try and never look at anybody in the crowd. Actually, that's not true. I do. I try and like make eye contact. And if I make eye contact, I'll like go like this and then point at them with a drumstick or something so that like, I acknowledge their existence.
Do you try to make eye contact with everybody in the crowd?
For sure.
My favorite thing is when I'm like singing a song and I try to make eye contact with everybody, but then I look at someone and they're just like,
I know, they look away.
Like, I'm not here. I'm not really. Like, I'm just, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I think I intentionally try and like look at specific people throughout the whole show.
Mm-hmm. Really? Mm-hmm. Do you have like a gaze, not schedule, a gaze map where you look?
A little bit.
Really?
I'll be like intentional on this person and then somebody else. And then I'll come back and I'll be like, I already looked at you, so I'll look at you.
Yeah.
One thing I learned in public speaking, not public speaking class, but maybe I figured this out, is like if there's enough people, you don't have to look at anybody. You just look in between them and they think you're looking at somebody else.
That's true.
So then they're like, oh yeah, he's probably looking at somebody else, but he's never looked at me.
That's what I do when we're playing like elementary and middle schools. I'm like, there's 1,000 kids. I can't. Yeah. And so I just look at the wall. There's usually a big clock way back in the back. And I'm just like looking at the clock. I'm like, we have 10 minutes to perform.
Yeah, that's
going fast.
That's awesome.
Well, should we introduce this thing?
I think so.
Welcome to the first unofficial official episode of... Did we decide, is it Telehope Off the Record or Off the Record with Telehope?
Telehope Off the Record.
Welcome to Telehope Off the Record.
Thank you.
We were debating Telehope After Dark, but we were...
It's too light out.
It's too light out. And we don't need to share what goes on after dark.
Right. Because I'm usually asleep.
Exactly. Yeah, live looking at Ben.
In an ideal world, I'm in bed at 9, reading a book until 9:30, and I'm asleep by 10.
I think ideally I'm reading a book by 10 and then in bed by 10:30. And I can fall asleep within like 5 minutes.
That's crazy.
That's absurd.
That's a gift I have. It's called rockanosis, where I sleep like a rock.
I think it takes me an hour to an hour and a half to fall asleep.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so I start at like 9 or 9:30 and I'm not asleep until 10:30 or 11.
That's wild.
Just laying in bed, just like contemplating life.
If you're joining us for this podcast specifically...
Oh, that's right.
This is for our Patreon subscribers.
This typically would be a Patreon exclusive podcast.
Right.
But we're kind of debating if we want the first episode to be public, private, or nobody gets to see it.
I think this one's for everybody. This one's for all.
So welcome.
All right.
Enjoy.
This one's for you.
This one's for you, kid.
This one's for you.
But
isn't that like a Bud Light thing?
All future podcasts.
Right.
Until further notice.
As they say on the streets, first one's free. That's what they say.
Dude, that reminded me when Clara and I were in Paris, we were just walking downtown and there's this dude with a shopping cart and a fire in the shopping cart cooking corn in a shopping cart, just selling it. And people are like walking up and buying this corn, this roasted corn out of this burning shopping cart. I'm like,
it's crazy.
Paris is different, man.
Cart cobbing.
So this podcast, the podcast is going to be a mix of like sharing stories, sharing old demos, some segments, and then also just like conversational.
Sharing our
So,
deepest, darkest secrets that nobody's ever heard before.
Ooh.
our deepest, darkest demos, tour stories,
Yeah.
and lots of other things. So
Tour stories,
Lots
not
of
horror
Tour.
stories. Tour.
Tour.
Stories.
It's gonna be a fun time.
But guys, I wanted to share this. I waited to tell you. Have either of you heard of Erewhon?
Erewhon?
Erewhon. Erewhon.
I have not.
No.
You've never heard of this thing?
No.
Okay, I saw it on TikTok and then I looked it up. It's this like luxury grocery store. It's in LA, I think only. But the reason I heard about it is because I saw a TikTok and they were talking about a $19 single strawberry. It's literally
What?
in like a little.
I actually heard about that.
Did you? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like in this little plastic case, and it's a single strawberry. It's imported, I think, from Japan, like Kyoto.
What's special about it?
It's from Erewhon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Erewhon's a place?
No, it's a grocery store.
Oh.
No, but I was looking up, and they sell sea moss gel. They sell like burritos, quesadillas, stuff
Sounds
like
disgusting.
that. What?
Sea moss gel for what, your face?
Dude, it's like an alternative health thing.
Is it for your hair? Or your face?
I don't know.
Okay. Or
I'm imagining you would like smear it on your face,
ew.
like a mask or something like that.
Sea moss is gross. Ew.
But
Actually, in Ohio, a luxury grocery store we call Whole Foods.
well, dude, they even said in this video, they were like, this makes Whole Foods look like a dollar store. Because their single strawberry was $19. Like a pound of blueberries is $10 or something like that.
That's absurd.
And so like it's basically where like A-list celebrities go to shop if they want to like.
Then
feel
why have
good.
we not shopped there yet?
Exactly. We've been trying to get one in Cincinnati for years,
Yeah.
but
I did
exclusive
dream
for us.
about I don't know if he's an A-list celebrity. He's more like a B or maybe even C. But Paul Jason Klein. I had a dream we were just chilling last night and we were just having a man-to-man, heart-to-heart. Like,
What did he tell you?
I don't remember, but it's just
Oh.
really fun. It's just like, hey, what's up, bro?
I think in my head he's like, if A is 90 to 100%, like in school, I would say he's like an 87, maybe an 86.
He's
Most-
an
most
A-lister
people-
in my heart.
Right,
Yeah,
in my
in our
heart, he's an
hearts.
A-lister for sure.
But he's not as famous as
Sabrina Carpenter.
Owl City or anything.
Right, Owl City, who Ben did see in 2011
I did see Owl City in 2011 at Cedarville University.
at Cedarville University. You've also seen him like 4 other times.
I've seen him like 9 times.
Adolph, have you ever seen Owl City?
I have not.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In
I went
Nashville.
with you.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, we're going to see Kyle Gordon
Oh,
in April, and you should come.
you know,
I
like,
know. James invited me.
Or the
on me trainers, nah, I can risk it.
we are young.
oh, the fire in our soul.
You ever seen? He's coming to Rumba.
Yeah,
That's what I hear.
We're gonna
James
see him.
invited me, so I'm still trying
Okay.
to decide
I did.
if I want to go.
It's $27.50 a ticket.
Oh, I already
35
spent,
with fees.
I spent my
It's not
$19
bad.
Oh, yeah.
on the strawberries. So
Dang
fresh out.
it.
Dang it.
Can you,
dude.
okay, so in a grocery, so we're from Cincinnati, Ohio,
We
where
are.
like the standard of living is pretty reasonable. For $19, I could get a pound of ground beef, like 2 onions,
2/3 of a ticket to that show.
pound of ground beef, a couple onions, literally a box of salad for the price of that single strawberry. I could have a whole
Oh,
meal.
yeah.
It might
I
be
could
a
have, like,
really
2
good
whole meals.
strawberry.
Oh, it's probably a great strawberry. Don't get me wrong. It's probably juicy, red,
Seed?
seeds.
Yeah.
Or I could have 2 meals of ground beef and salad.
That's true.
So that's pretty crazy to me.
Should we lead into our first segment?
Let's do it.
But it's called Erewhon. Don't forget it. So Erewhon, if you're watching this, we would love to have a branch set up in Westchester, Ohio, or maybe Cincinnati somewhere.
Feel free to send us a $19 strawberry.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to have us try the strawberry, we're down.
Please send it.
Although we're not A-list celebrities, we're more like
T. We're T list.
I would say T, like QST, U or V list.
Yeah.
So we're down there for sure.
All right. So our first segment ever on the podcast ever
Ever the first real organized thing.
is called Teledope and Telenope. And so it's basically just sharing one good thing, one positive dope thing, and one
What's
nope
hella dope?
or like one bad thing, either experiences or something you've heard or
Yeah,
whatever.
I love it.
So we each have a Teledope and a Telenope.
absolutely.
I'll go first.
Hey, Ben, do you want to go first?
Yeah, thanks, man.
Okay. Adolph, let's hear it. No, okay.
I'll just do my teledope.
What's your teledope for the week?
My
How you doing?
teledope is I finished refinishing my hardwood floors all
Yay.
by myself.
By your lonesome?
By my lonesome. This has been probably a year planning. I've planned this for a year.
A year.
A year. I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of research and stuff. We've wanted to do this ever since we got the house, 4 years ago. But literally a year ago, I started watching videos and like writing out detailed, like at this, you got to do this and this and this at these times because drying times and all that stuff. So on Thursday, I took up all of the molding, and then I took everything out of our first floor. Is 450 square feet of refinish.
It's a lot of feet.
Which is 2 bedrooms, 1 living room, and a hallway. Damn. And I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do it, I just need to go for it. I actually got a really good advice one time when I was.
You got a good advice.
I got a good advice. This advice just sticks with me always. I went to this wood store called Woodcraft, and I was talking to one of the employees about epoxy because it's like super finicky. You got to do the measurements all right and everything.
Yeah.
And I was
epoxy.
I was asking. I was like, do you have any advice? Like, I want to be like, I want to do it like the least risky way possible. And he's like, it doesn't work like that. You got to go all in, and you just got to go in and commit and do it. There's no risk, like non-risky way. It's going to cost money. You got to learn. And so that stuck with me, and I'm like, okay, I just got to do it. And so sanded all the floors. I probably have 30 hours of back-breaking work into this over the weekend, literally 30 hours. I was sanding from like 2 p.m. to midnight on Saturday, and it was just crazy. But it's all done now. Just got a couple spots I need to just touch up. But
that is one thing that I really admire about you, is you're the kind of person who is like, this is what I want to do, and if I don't know how to do it, I'm going to research and learn how to do it. And you always dive headfirst. And like, I feel like a lot of other people will be like, oh, that's a really cool idea that I want to do. Let me hire somebody to do it. And you're instead like, I can learn how to do this myself.
Yeah.
So I really admire that about you.
I can't say I'll ever do it again, but
you don't want to come to my
you
house.
You could say that.
I could say but enough time will pass and I'll do it again.
What happened to all the sawdust or the wood dust? Like, where did it go?
Well, each sanding piece of machinery has like a vacuum in it, but I have a shop vac that I vacuumed my whole floor like 10 times and tack cloth it and everything. But now it was a really gross orange color. I guess in the 50s and 60s, the stain that they used was an oil-based stain, and an oil-based stain oranges and yellows over time. And so our floors were really, like, they'd never been refinished.
Dang.
And they're just like really bad.
It's like a time capsule.
Pretty much, but a time capsule you don't want to open, that you want to refinish.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
Sand it all, and now it looks great. It used to be orange color, now it's a nice like light natural wood. So that's my teledope. Yeah. It's been a year in the making, and I feel really good about it. And now
it's awesome. I'm excited to see it.
I do declare, good job.
Which leads me into my telenope.
Uh-oh.
Which is my house is in complete disarray because I had to move everything into my basement. And so we're living out of the basement. Literally, I couldn't put we have a queen mattress, and it is in my downstairs stairwell. So there's like this much of room. We have to like duck under the mattress to walk downstairs.
Awesome.
Are you showering in that shower downstairs?
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually like it better than my shower upstairs.
Are you kidding me? It's so grimy.
It's not grimy. Well, Claire
it looks
cleaned
grimy.
It's not actually. It's just a little more cozy. But that's my telenope and teledope.
Dude,
that's good.
That's tele awesome.
I'm excited to see your floor.
Thank you.
Yeah, just add tele in front of anything. Telefy it.
Your turn, James. Or Adolph, I don't know.
Go ahead.
I'm not in charge.
Rock, paper, scissors for it?
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors. Go ahead.
Oh, wow, I won. My teledope is it's always a special treat. to go to Michael's Billiards and play billiards. I had a good time with some friends on Friday. It's always such an interesting spot because you walk in and everyone looks like they want to hurt you. I know I'm taking that from, I think, is that Michael Scott that said that?
It's Elf.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Except they all look like they want to hurt me. No, you walk into this place and you just imagine like everybody here looks like they want to hurt me. There's a no gun sign on the door, but you know everybody there has probably like 5 guns on them. Because it's just like everybody, like all the men are bald and they have like mustaches and stuff like that. And then
Jean jackets.
jean jacket, like biker jackets and stuff like that. There's also the random like 5 or 10-year-old who's playing with like a wrist guard and he's really good. And like people will bring their babies there. It's so weird.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
You know, it's got like the neon lights. It's got the beer signs. They have really good fried pickles. You guys were invited, but it was at 10 p.m., which I know is late.
That's my one problem is like,
I know, yeah.
We have a friend group that will always text like, hey, do you guys want to hang out starting at 10 p.m.?
Hey, you guys want to hang out at 3 a.m.?
And I'm like, unfortunately, probably never.
I will be asleep.
I'll start at 7 and then go to midnight or so. But
Sure.
if it starts at 10, I'm just not going to come.
But I did go 3 for 4 in
Let's
winning.
go.
So
What,
I had a
billiards
pretty-
or pool?
Well, we played high, low, mid because there were 6 of us. So you want to keep your balls on the board. So we were like mid or high. You want to keep your high balls on the board and knock out the low and the mids, if that makes sense.
I've never played
It's like the balls on the table that are yours are your stock, like your lives in Super Smash Bros. Brawl or something like that
Oh,
from N64. Fried pickles really good. I won a lot of the games. I had a 10-piece McNugget meal beforehand, so it was a good night.
Were you playing for food?
No.
Oh, just for fun
Yeah.
or money?
No, we
Okay.
don't play like that.
Oh, right.
We just play to have fun.
Awesome.
I think I did accidentally hit somebody with the pool cue though, because like all these tables are back to back to back. It's like when you're back, you go like that. And there's another
screw
guy
up
there.
somebody.
Watch
Yeah.
where you're going, kid.
Watch your poke, you kid. You noob.
My nope of the week, I actually kind of have 2. One was menudo soup. It's the
What's
soup we
that?
had on Sunday for Dad's birthday.
You didn't like that?
It was great. And so if you don't know what menudo soup is, it's literally beef stomach
Oh.
soup.
It's
and it's got
tripe,
like,
right?
yeah, it's tripe.
Tripe.
And it has these like, it's almost like carpet on the inside of it. And it tasted really good. But later
Specifically, it's the cilia, right?
yeah, it's the cilia.
The
What
cilia.
is that?
It's the cilia.
It's like the lining of your intestines.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's like
you
the
know,
little
like,
things.
You know those wavy things that like pick up all your nutrients?
that's
Yeah.
nasty.
It's that. But it was really good, but it was really fatty, and I didn't realize that. So I ate a lot, and then that night I felt really sick.
Oh,
Like
really?
when I
That's
got
sad.
home, I felt really sick.
That's sad.
And so I just didn't go to sleep until 3 a.m. on Sunday night into Monday because I
Dang.
felt really bad.
That's crazy.
So I
But
did
you
not.
ate a lot of food. Could have been anything.
No, because I know how, like, you know that feeling when you've eaten too much fat? Like you have a lot of like avocado
When you've eaten
oil.
too much
No.
stomach.
When you've eaten too much stomach. It's a classic feeling, dude.
That's crazy.
You never have that? Like if you do a shot of avocado
don't
oil,
think
you
so.
feel like, ooh.
I've never done a shot of
Well, I
avocado
usually
oil.
feel good, but if you have too much. Oh, or like at an Italian restaurant. Well, no, like when you dip the bread in the oil and you keep dipping, and then
Oh.
afterwards you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I have that. Like the thought of oil makes me feel bad.
That
I
makes
don't know.
sense.
In
I only
that
feel that
moment.
with like seed oils, but like with olive oil, I feel good.
Okay.
Because I drink that stuff.
Me too. Sometimes I'll do a shot for breakfast. In my breakfast, not just shots of it. Although I do that as well. So that's my teledope. I did not feel very good because of
That's your
menudo soup. That's my teledope.
Nope.
Not my dope.
That's fair.
So my teledope.
Adolph, what is your teledope?
Thanks for asking.
Adolph, what's your teledope?
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
So I know I've already shared this with you guys, but I've recently taken up journaling.
Oh,
And-
for newspaper?
Yeah. And I think it's just really helped me with like mental clarity and like practicing gratitude. And like I've heard lots of people talk about like, oh, journaling really changed my life and really helped me to figure out what I really want and kind of work through problems. And I always was like, yeah, whatever. And then I've been like doing it and it's really, really helping. So like
Yeah,
with
nice.
mental clarity, and then I've just been like practicing gratitude. And then one thing specifically is I wrote down proof that everything is working out for me. and then I like listed things that I'm grateful for.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I think I'm just trying to shift my brain towards just focusing on goodness. And we talked about this a little bit on our TikTok, but just like the red car theory, which is if you look for red cars, you will start to see more red cars. So whatever you focus on is what you'll see more of. So I'm just trying to practice gratitude, and
I'm looking for $100 bills.
Yeah, dude.
keep
Oh
looking.
my gosh. They're hanging from the ceiling.
Let's get
Yeah,
$100
so
bill.
that's my Teledope, and I highly encourage.
Do you journal what you're doing that day and like activities, or just like how you're feeling?
I think it's different every day. Most of the time, it's just like existential crises or like conversations with myself.
Yeah.
And I tend to be an internal processor.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes my impulse isn't to share with somebody else. And
Yeah.
so writing it down helps me to still internally process, but like it doesn't have like power over me anymore because it's like, oh, it's written down and now I can read what I'm struggling with.
Right.
So
cool.
it's been
That's good.
really awesome.
Good job.
Thank you. So
Dope job, dude.
It's been great.
Yeah, it's Teledope, dude.
So highly recommend journaling. Just trying.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then my Telenope. If I see one more chicken wing on the sidewalk, I'm going to lose my freaking mind.
Are there chicken wings on your sidewalk?
You have no idea.
It's an-
There's some people that are gonna.
It's
they're gonna
Wingstop,
know.
isn't it?
I don't know, but some people are gonna relate to this so hard. But the weather has been so nice that I've been taking my dog on tons of long walks.
Yeah.
Our phenomenal walk gets freaking interrupted as my dog grabs a chicken wing off the ground, and I have to freaking rip it out of his mouth.
Dude.
And then
You're
the
like, give that
rest-
to me.
Yeah. So then the rest of my walk,
Garlic.
like it ruins it because now I have one just destroyed
Ew.
chicken wing hand.
Well, bring a glove.
Yeah.
If
Well,
it's
it
a common
doesn't-
problem.
it-
If it is a common
Wipe
problem.
it in the grass.
Genuinely happens once a week.
That is crazy.
And so there's like one street that I always avoid because they must throw their chicken wings on the sidewalk.
Do they have chickens?
No,
Is
it's
it like
just
a
like
full chicken wing or like just the bone?
no, it's like eaten. It's like the bone and some chicken shreds, and it's disgusting. So this past week, because you might not think this is relevant, it's very relevant.
Yeah.
This past week, I pulled a full rib bone
Nice.
out of my dog's mouth, and he loves it, but it's disgusting and it is infuriating, and that's my Telenope. So throw your chicken wings away in the garbage.
That's crazy.
It's unbelievable,
Well,
especially if you live by my house.
if
Yeah.
you guys have anything weird that you find on your walks, let us know. Because I've never found a chicken wing. The weirdest thing I've ever...
You probably
Actually, I
passed.
can't say
you,
what I found. Never mind.
you probably passed so many chicken wings and you just don't even know.
It's called the red chicken wing theory.
You know, I think
That was funny.
I think when we were kids, we used to super glue coins to the sidewalk or even cash, like dollar bills.
Why would we waste
I used to
money?
do that all the time.
I don't know.
Because then we would like sit in the window and like wait for people walking.
And then you just laugh?
And then we're like,
And then the dog eats it and chokes.
yeah,
And,
Oh my gosh.
that's crazy.
get that George Washington out your mouth.
Yeah, keep your eyes open for your $100
Yeah,
bills.
that's right.
Oh my
Have you
god.
guys ever found like money?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
What's
Yeah.
crazy? So one time when I was a kid, I found a $50 bill outside of somebody's house, and I felt so convicted to go give it to them.
Good.
So I knocked on their
not
door and
yours.
I was like, I found this $50 bill outside your house and I thought I'd return it. And I was like, as a child, I'm like, they're going to be like, oh my gosh,
They're
thank
like,
you so
"Oh,
much.
I'll give
have
you-
more.
have more
Have
money."
more. And then they just took it. And then I walked home and I was like,
Oh, thanks.
I
man.
feel like that's a universal experience, like imagining that you do something really good and then you get really rewarded for
infinite
it.
rewards.
Yeah. That's really not how life works.
I know it's not
unfortunately.
at all. But as a kid, you hope that people are
Yeah.
nice.
You learn reality when you're a kid.
That's facts.
Yeah.
No, that is true. Well, so yeah, if you guys find anything on your walks, let us know. Like a chicken wing.
All right, let's go
Okay.
to our next segment, our second segment ever, which is fan questions for us.
Have we got questions?
Have we got questions? So
Well, we have answers.
Last week, I think we did I did like an Instagram questionnaire, a bunch of questionnaires, and fans submitted their questions, and we each picked one that we're going to ask, and then we're all going to answer it. So,
Heck yeah.
Adolph, do you want to go? Or James?
Mine is fun, I think. It's
Okay.
serious but fun.
I like a fun one.
Okay. So I wrote this down. It is from Dr_randomness06. So Dr.
Ooh.
Randomness06. And they asked, this blew my mind for about 30 seconds, and then I realized how stupid I was, I think. And it says, the question is, if matter can't be created or destroyed, where do babies come from? And in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, you're so right. Because like the egg and the sperm meet, and then somehow it just grows. And I was like,
Yeah.
what's going on? And then I realized, oh yeah, the mom eats food.
That's true.
The mom eats
That's
food,
fair.
and then
but where does food come from?
the earth.
I think sometimes it's better just not to think about these questions.
Well, no. Okay, so no, it's really simple, I think.
Well, on
Like
a
the mom-
scientific level,
On a philosophical level. No, on a practical level, the mom eats food, right? And then the food gets transformed into something. I don't know if that's where the placenta comes in. I really don't
I mean,
know
yeah,
anything about
everything.
this. But then everything goes through the umbilical cord, and then that's how the child gets his nutrients. So I then deduced from that, you have to eat like however much your baby weighs when it's born, you've had to eat that much food and a lot more to develop your baby.
Yeah. I mean, I think it also takes it from probably the mom's body, like the storage it already has. But I think somebody
Right.
recently told us their doctor said, like, oh, I have to eat 300 calories extra a day for the baby to grow.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I think she was like 6 months along, maybe. So it's not like that much.
One thing
That's
that
crazy. What
I
a
remember,
freeloader.
what I remember doing as a kid, which this is completely unrelated,
Yeah.
but I would go and weigh myself, and then I would eat dinner.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I would weigh myself again, and I would weigh the same.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
It's because we
That's
don't
the
eat
dumbest
that
thing
much food
yeah, I know.
in
But
reality.
Well,
I know
yeah,
that
but,
that's
like-
the answer, but that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I mean, how does your body get rid of weight like that? Or body heat. You can get rid of weight that way, I think. Right?
By eating?
No. But like your body heating and like
I mean, your body's
losing-
naturally heated.
Right. But what I'm saying is
'Cause
like,
it's
I
burning
think it is
calories.
possible. Because like they say, oh, your weight can fluctuate 4 to 7 pounds a day. It's like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not pooping out 7 pounds of poop.
Well, it has to do with water weight.
Do you weigh it?
Water weight.
No,
water
but
weight
I
is
know.
like water is a big part of it because like you burn
That's
calories. You burn like 1,500. I don't know, 1,500 calories a day, or it's like 1,200 calories a day you burn by just living.
Well, and then that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm assuming when your body heats up, which it always is, it's like it's heat. Like, are you steaming? Are we all steaming all the time?
Probably.
I think
Like, is
so.
water getting like evaporating?
But I think back to the question though. I think I feel like it's a joke question. I don't think it's a
I
serious
did not
question.
take it as a joke at first because I genuinely was like,
yeah, but
so true.
in reality, I think obviously the matter you're not creating
Right,
matter. You're
right.
just creating life.
But
but-
where
So-
does corn come from?
The ground
sun.
and rain.
I know. but
Everything
that's
comes from the
insane.
sun.
That's true.
At the end of the day. So I think the Telehope, the official Telehope stance on this is busted. Right?
Myth busted.
Myth busted.
busted.
Babies
That's
do
very
not.
scientific.
Babies are not created, or sorry, matter is not created or destroyed, especially in pregnancy.
So
it's just,
My
it's your chicken wings that you're eating. You are your food.
the question
that
that
you
I
want.
picked is like polar opposite, and it's just very simple.
Okay.
But it's not even a question. What Ben posted on our story was ask us your biggest hot takes, and this person just said it's asking.live. Put a statement: baths are overrated. Period.
Shut up. Don't even say that, Adolph.
I
Sorry, that wasn't directed at
Completely-
you, Liv.
100% agree. Asking Liv.
When's the last
baths-
time you took
Are
a
you
bath?
kidding me?
When's the last time you took a bath?
As
Adolph?
somebody who's 6'2", I don't fit in a bathtub.
You don't like
Well, you don't
soaking
fit
in your own
in a-
filth?
No. And this is where I know that Ben and I disagree.
Oh, I'm with Ben.
significantly. I don't
That's
think
because you're wrong.
I haven't taken
Right.
a bath since I rehabbed
Wait,
my
wait.
knee.
Are you cool with hot tubs?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing.
It's just
Well,
better
it's way
for
more
you.
comfortable. That's like taking a bath with your friends.
Okay, here's the thing. As someone who
Ben
takes
and
baths,
I take a bath together
probably
when we were like one.
when we were kids. So
You probably peed on me. In the
I take
bath.
baths very often. I used to take them every single morning.
Yeah.
A bubble bath.
A bubble or like Epsom salt. I've switched more to
Yeah.
Epsom salt, but I love a good bath bomb.
Bath bombs
Not
are
gonna
the bomb.
lie,
They
like
are
a
awesome.
good when we were in Afton, Wyoming, when we went to the soap shop, I bought like 3 bath bombs. One was like a sinus soak. It's like I think it's all
You just stick your nose.
Sorry, I just
Yeah, you
sticks
just go-
his head in the bath.
you go in and run and then you inhale as much as you can through your
Ooh,
nose.
yeah, that's good.
But I think the bath bombs are all marketing. But what I like is the Epsom salt baths, where it's really good for your muscles. And so like I'll sit in the bath for an hour reading a book or
That's
watching
crazy.
Netflix,
And then drop the book.
And then I have dropped the book in the bathtub before.
I remember I came over to your house and there was a book on your countertop and all the pages were just
like,
crinkled.
so- yeah.
Dude.
And you're like, yeah, I
how'd
dropped it
that
in the
happen?
bathtub.
But okay, yeah. So the Epsom salt is really good for your muscles. So especially after a workout or leg day or whatever,
Yeah.
you just sitting there and it's like it just eases the muscle.
So for like rehab and stuff, I totally agree.
Awesome.
But like
That's
on a
why you do
regular
'em.
basis, that's absurd. I don't
Why
think
is it absurd? What?
I have
It relaxes
lived,
you.
I think
Yeah.
I've lived in my house for 4 or 5 years. I've never once taken a bath.
Dude, you're missing out on so much. It's awesome.
Also, well, another TMI thing is it's really good if you have like fissures or something.
Oh no.
All right, next question.
No, you know what I am thinking
Literally, that's
though?
what my doctor, hypothetically, a doctor told me. A doctor told me to do, hypothetically.
But for real,
Welcome
like
to Off the Record.
yeah, this is
Off the
off the
Podcast
record.
with Telehope.
No, but like if they are a marketing thing, which I think they all are. you
What,
would think-
taking baths?
No.
No, the
Baths
bath
are
bombs.
awesome. Bath bombs.
Bath bombs.
Bath bombs.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, so you know how like Skyline Chili and Graders did that collab with the ice cream?
Ice cream and chili. Yeah.
Yeah, ice cream chili. They should do like a Skyline bath bomb.
Dude.
So if anybody
and
from
the water
Skyline,
just turns brown.
Ooh.
Another hot take. The Skyline.
Yeah, really hot water, pound of ground beef, Skyline bath bomb.
Bunch of cheese
Bunch
sprinkled
of
on
cheese
top.
in the bath.
Some oyster crackers.
So asking
Dude, that'd be kind of a
live,
vibe.
we thank you.
We thank you in the
you. I agree.
ununanimous but
I-
majority
Baths
position
are-
on
I
baths.
think you
overrated.
can't say it if you haven't done it.
Yeah, don't knock it till you
Oh, I
try it.
have.
Well, not in a long time.
Wait. Sorry, not to drag this out, but one, rinse the shower before you take a bath.
I don't do that.
I don't think that's nasty. It's just something I do because something that's like kind of weird. And then after the bath, you rinse off in the shower.
I don't do that.
Okay, we take baths very differently.
I do that maybe
I will say though,
2 out of 5
I
times.
will say because I love the sauna after working out,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that's just a bath with naked strangers.
Right. That's even better
Yeah.
than taking a bath with your friends.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, my
God.
question comes from Hero.
Yes.
Hero.tay7. If someone could magically summon you by putting 3 things in a box, what 3 things would those be?
That's a really
So
good
they say, I want James. I have this box. I'm going to
I'm-
put 3 things and it's going to summon James.
I'm
Oh,
curious if we should answer this for ourselves or if we should answer for each other.
We could answer for each other.
I don't even know what I would think.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't even know. I would say for me, I really like baths.
Bath bombs.
Put some bath water in the box. I would say if there's a phone playing Stranger Things, I would be summoned to
Why
the
not a big
Stranger
TV?
Thing. Well, I don't know how big this box is.
Oh, that's
Just
true.
get Ben a piece of wood, put a 2x4 in there.
2x4.
I need to finish that.
Just a $19 strawberry.
Oh wait, I like it. How about we do ourselves and then we kind of can comment on anything.
Okay. I
Ben,
love Stranger Things. I just
No.
rewatched it for like a 4th time.
We can cut this out if we need to, but I think a hemp drink Ben would be summoned by.
I like a hemp drink.
Yeah, one of those
Like,
like
a sparkling
sparkling hemp
hemp
drink.
drink. I love those. CBD drinks.
What else could summon Ben?
A cat, honestly.
A cat,
Yeah, literally a
for sure.
cat.
Something like that.
A cat, Stranger Things, and a hemp drink.
And a piece of wood.
2x4.
It's a
That needs finishing.
Yeah, that needs
That
finishing.
needs sanding.
Right.
I don't
Adolph?
know.
Adolph?
What do I like?
A dog.
Coffee.
A dog? Dude, that's true.
Dude.
Espresso
A good
beans or something like that.
Guatemalan pour over.
Um,
I'm sold.
and then maybe
Football.
like, I was just going to say a footballer like a Joe Burrow Funko Pop or something like that.
That would probably do it.
I mean, he has one.
I do. And Jamar Chase.
Other than that, maybe JP Sachs tickets.
I do love JP Sachs.
Or John Mayer.
Or
Sorry, John
sad
Mayer.
music.
Sad music.
Sad music. Yep.
It's true.
Music that makes you feel horrible.
Music that makes James feel horrible.
Makes me feel horrible. No, that's no hate on JP Sachs or even Drew Winter. Do you know Drew Winters?
I haven't heard of him.
Okay.
I'll check him out.
It's no hate on that. It's just for me that music does not make me feel good, and it's just not something that I prefer.
One thing that's fun is when we're on tour, whoever's driving gets to control the aux. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'll listen to sad music, and then James will be like, "Oh, I can switch you if you want," and I know that he's just sad.
Yeah, that's how Adolph gets out of driving. 1 minute in. Hey, do you want to switch? No. No, I'm kidding. Some of your music's good. Not
Thanks.
your music, but like the music you like that I enjoy. But sad music is just not for
Yeah,
me.
some of your music taste is good, Ado.
Right.
Yeah.
For James.
So I know a few things for me.
Okay.
Anything Coldplay related, tickets, a shirt that Chris Martin has worn, any relic, Coldplay relic would be acceptable. Anything health related.
Oh,
That's
a
like,
milkshake.
Oh,
dude.
Not health related,
chocolate
but a
chip
milkshake.
cookie dough milkshake.
Speaking of health related,
Oh yeah. Speaking of health related, I mean,
milkshake.
no, I think anything health related. Like I love my trusty, clearly filtered water bottle.
That's true.
Not
There's
a sponsor.
Actually, you know what? Let me show you guys this real quick.
Not a sponsor.
This is not sponsored at all. I just love this.
That's crazy.
That turns water into milkshakes.
Exactly. And you can get different converters. So like you can get a water to beer converter.
Oh wow. Water
You can
to
get a-
wine.
Water in yes. Bow down. No.
Oh my
No, I'm
God.
kidding. No, but no, it's just a filter. It filters my water. So anything like this, anything like red
Could
light.
you take a sip just so listeners can
Oh,
hear
yeah. It's
how
kind of
it,
obnoxiously
how it
loud.
sounds?
So,
Ew.
It's
and the hard part is
disgusting.
you have to suck it through the filter. And so it's not just like a kind of thing. It's like a
Ew.
kind of
Ew.
thing.
You're gonna get
Okay.
It
clipped.
takes some work.
So you got the clearly filtered. You got a milkshake. Coldplay.
Coldplay.
Just
Yeah.
Coldplay's
just
in the
one
box.
Lightning McQueen.
Oh
Matchbox
shoot, yeah,
car.
Lightning McQueen figurine, which is in my car right now. Thank you, Stephanie, for that.
I don't know where my Ratatouille car is.
It's at my house.
Is it really?
Why is
Oh,
it? Adolph?
I need it on my desk by tomorrow
Anything-
morning.
Anything John Belling related?
now you're stretching.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I tried to hold it.
That's okay.
That was a great
yeah,
question.
I think
Yeah, it was a really good question.
I feel like we got some good stuff that we could all summon.
Thank you.
Wait,
Tay.
what's the spell for summoning? Akio?
Yeah,
I think it's
Akio.
Akio.
Yeah, it's Akio, right, Ada?
So
Yeah.
right, yeah, Adolph.
One of my
Akio Adolph would be you. I would know what I need now.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, oh, it's my turn.
Well, those were great questions.
Those were really good questions.
And we would always love more questions like that. Oh, so Telehope official position. We did it.
yes.
There's no official.
If you have
Telehope.
more questions, we'll do more Instagram questionnaires, but message us on
Yeah.
Instagram
serious,
or comment on this Patreon post or whatever.
That's facts. Serious questions, fun questions,
So
naughty questions.
our next segment is called Tour Talk.
Tour talk.
So just stories from the road or weird things that have happened or
The road
memories.
is a wild place.
It
Anything can
be.
happen.
It can be wildin'.
It is wild.
It's kind of crazy. I can start if you want. I'll
Yeah,
kick
you
us
can
off.
start.
Thank you.
I would love to go first.
Yeah, James
No,
would
I'm
love to go
kidding.
first.
So to kick us off, we play a lot of colleges. lots of schools and stuff like that.
We love
And
academia.
just to
Love it.
set the stage, you don't know if college shows have a massive wide range of what it could be. So you could be like playing in the corner of a cafeteria during lunch hour, or you could be playing like a festival in front of like a lot of people. So you never fully know going into it what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Side note, I'm grateful for college shows. The amount of money they spend on bands is crazy.
Is not enough.
It's not
It's
enough.
not enough. No, literally, like,
But it is crazy.
if they cut out all their activities, they would save so much
But
money.
please don't do that.
Don't,
Bring us
babe,
to
but
your
don't do
school.
that.
I know a lot of them they have budgets they have to spend or they lose the money.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
So
please bring
Um,
us to your school.
Right.
there was one specific school that I will never forget. And we pull up to Tarleton State University
Yes.
in Stephenville, Texas. And we pull up and we're greeted at our van. And this woman is like, "Hey guys, thank you so much for coming." She introduces us to this police officer, and she's like, "He's going to be your security guard for the day." And I think we ended up having like 2 or 3 security guards who
we
literally
did.
like, as we're walking into the school, we are surrounded by security, and we're like,
Armed policemen.
we're
Felt
like,
very weird.
what is going on? And then we're also like, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
People are after
it was
us.
like, it was
Yeah.
such an interesting experience because we're like, this must be a big deal. And so it ended up being like a pretty big show. There was 2,000 people there, something like that. Between 1 and 2,000 people.
Right.
I'm just kidding. So it ended up like being a really big show. But I remember very specifically,
This was really weird.
this was one of the scariest moments
I did not
ever
like it.
during a show. We're playing on stage, and suddenly, like 15 to maybe
It was like a
It was
club.
like
15, 15 to 20
yeah.
strange humans.
Clowns.
Like
It was like clowns. It was like
It was
people had
like
the
clowns.
mask on. Were like,
they like the screen
Yeah.
mask, and
Yeah.
like just all of a sudden 20 people storm on the stage, and I'm like, where the heck are the security guards?
and they all just kind of vibed.
And
Yeah.
they're like,
Like,
but
I
it
was
really eerie.
I was like up at the very front of the stage singing, and I look back. I didn't know they'd come on stage. I look back. There's 20 clowns. I can't
Dude.
see James or Adolph. All I see is clowns.
genuinely like one of the scariest I'm like, we're about to die. And
yeah, it was
Yeah.
wild.
come to find out, Tarleton State University, one of their traditions, which we were not told about, is called the Purple Poo. And it's like a group of
It's like me on beet
Of-
juice. Sorry.
Sorry. So it's called it's called the Purple Poo, and it's like anonymous it's like this anonymous masked club that apparently started
wacky.
in like 1920 or something like that. Like I was doing some research, and like they're fully anonymous, and that's all I have to say. So like
It was
after the
weird.
show, I realized that somebody totally said to me like something to the effect of like, the Purple Poo might come on stage.
Yeah. How are we supposed to know
And I was like,
what the purple
Purple
poo
poo.
is?
I was like, are you making a joke that I'm going to poop on stage? Like, and I just, I just kind of like brushed it off. I was like,
I
okay,
passed
haha. Yeah. Like I didn't
Yeah.
really hear what you said, but like, okay, cool. And
Right.
then it was terrifying.
Have you ever peed yourself on stage?
I have not,
No.
not
Neither have
yet. There's a first time for everything.
Yeah,
So
that was
I just remember
wacky.
that being like so terrifying.
That was the
That's
weirdest
good.
experience of
That
all
was.
time.
But I will say that's like one of my favorite college shows we've ever played. Like,
Oh, yeah,
it was
it was great.
so
Oh, yeah.
fun and it was so awesome. But I was fully convinced that I was gonna get murdered.
Yep.
If one of them started wielding an axe, I would not have been surprised. Thankfully, I would not
Yeah.
have been killed because they were all
Nunchucks,
on you.
swords,
Anything.
whatever. Mine is.
Then what's your story?
First of all, thanks, James. Mine is kind of an apology to the city of Portland. On our tour, Chasing Nostalgia tour last year, our laptop died, or
Oh,
it
I
crashed
forgot about that.
Crashed like
every
4 times.
like after every 2 songs, our laptop crashed. And so if you were at the Portland show, it was chill. It was really chill. But
we filled the time.
we filled the time.
filled the time.
It went. it flowed.
They got the first
know.
off the record podcast because
They
there was
did.
a lot of talking well.
So we
Yeah.
we literally like we played our first song, and then everything goes out. The lights go out, the sound goes out. And I'm like, what the heck happened? And I look, and our Ableton software crashed. The thing that runs our show.
Which it hadn't done the whole tour.
No, it hadn't done in a long
But
time.
we had not updated our Ableton.
Right.
right?
It was kind of an outdated version, but it still shouldn't have crashed.
Yeah.
And we had just gone like
More like-
10 shows with
Ooh.
it being fine.
Instead of Ableton that night, it was Unableton.
Yeah, that's right. But our friend E was like, here, you can have my copy of the newest version, and then we
Ding, ding, ding. Illegal.
and
Please
well,
don't come
no,
after
you can
us.
download it.
Oh, yeah.
They let you if they let you, it's legal.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't get in trouble, everything's legal.
Right.
And then
It's our motto.
and so then I downloaded that, and then everything worked perfectly for evermore. But if you're in Portland, someday we'll come back and play a full show. We ended up playing the full show, but it just did not stopped after
It
every
wasn't
song.
flow.
Yeah, it was a little sad, but
We just have weird shows sometimes.
sometimes
Which reminds me-
things happen. It's just like, why?
Of Salt Lake City.
Why?
Mine is Salt Lake City. We got to Salt Lake City.
Oh yeah.
And we pull up to the venue and we're like, oh yeah, it's Salt Lake City. It's going to be great. And it was great. But then we're like, oh, there's people in the venue before us, which we didn't know about. And then we get there and they're like, oh yeah, there's a socialist rally. We're like, oh yeah, there's a socialist rally there beforehand.
Yeah, duh.
Which, who doesn't have socialist rallies at their venues before other shows?
Especially in Salt Lake City.
Right, exactly. Most
It
socialist
was
place
so
of all time.
absurd.
Well, I don't know about that.
To be fair, it was like 2 days before the election, right?
Oh yeah,
was on a
yeah. So
Sunday.
there was a lot of political
Yeah.
stuff going on. But we get inside and then we start talking about stuff, and then we mention something about like Chick-fil-A, and they're like, nah, can't have Chick-fil-A in here, it's banned. We're like, what? We like we love their chicken, and then they said, I forget why they.
I remember they're like, you must be joking because Chick-fil-A is banned in this venue. And we're
right,
like,
and we're
what
like,
are you-
how are we supposed to know that?
That's funny.
But needless to say, we do love Chick-fil-A. Their
And-
chicken is good.
We also love Salt Lake City.
Oh yeah, Salt Lake City is
One
awesome.
of my favorite cities of all
But
time.
it was just so like funny to go into a venue like, there's a socialist rally finishing up. We're like,
They're like,
oh.
sorry, you can't load in quite yet. We got to wait for the
I
socialists.
know, like, okay. I mean, that's fine, but it was
It's
just really
interesting.
funny. And Chick-fil-A is awesome.
It is.
Their fries.
And
although
Salt
they-
Lake City's awesome.
Yeah.
The mountains,
Salt Lake City is probably a
Bears.
top 5 city,
That's what I was about to say.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
top 3.
It's so
Okay,
good.
Afton, Wyoming. If you could spend a week, or let's say 3 days in Afton, Wyoming, or like Salt Lake area.
It depends what time of year because we learned that Afton, Wyoming only doesn't freeze 3 months out of the year. Is that
Right.
Say
correct?
in August.
See, are all the boys there?
Yeah.
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City just hits.
It
But I
does.
love Afton, Wyoming.
I would have to say Afton.
I could be convinced.
It
I
was
thought
just
that
so
I
fun.
thought there was a chance that Ben was going to make us leave him in Afton, Wyoming, and then
It
was
was
just
going to
live there.
Town.
It was amazing.
If you haven't
fun.
visited Afton, Wyoming, it's like an hour from Jackson.
They have the
Hole,
world's
Jackson Hole, yeah.
They have the world's largest elk. What is it? Elk
Horn.
Horn
Elk
antler-
antler
antler arch, which they needed to redo for I think $300,000
Yeah,
if
they're
I
raising
remember
money
correctly.
for it.
It's absurd.
That's
It was
awesome.
awesome.
It was
Just
pretty
a
sick.
quaint small town, just a soap shop. We don't have soap shops around here. Just kidding. Well, no, we
Bed and
definitely
Bath
do.
Body Work or Bed,
Well, it was just
Bath and
one.
Body
It was
Works.
just one woman
it's like
with
in Bed Bath and Beyond.
with a couple
a-
soap
Mhm.
things to make soap, and it was just like it was really cool. It was a cool place.
That was our stops along the Chasing Nostalgia tour,
It was.
which was great. But none of that would have happened without the album, Chasing Nostalgia. None of that would have happened without
With our
Chasing
music.
Nostalgia.
No.
No, but none of that would have happened without Chasing Nostalgia album.
It's
And
true.
that album name would not have happened without the
song.
track Chasing Nostalgia,
Right.
which leads into our next segment that we've never done before because this is the first podcast we've ever done. So every segment is something we've never done. It's called Demo.
Derby.
I like that.
Demo
Demo
derby.
derby.
Demo derby, because it wrecks our confidence listening to these demos that we started. At least it wrecks mine.
Yep. So we're gonna show you.
We're going to show you just early demos of songs we've already done, most likely, but also maybe some demos of songs we either haven't released or maybe will never release.
Who knows?
I think it's really encouraging because I feel like I get DMs all the time and people are like, how do you write good songs? And how do you write good
You
songs?
don't. That's
And the
Spoiler
answer
alert,
is
they sound like
you
junk.
write 100 bad songs and then one song turns into something else.
Yeah.
And so I feel like this is an interesting part because I'm sure a lot of people listening to this will not be music people in terms of like they're not making music, they're just enjoying music.
Yeah.
And so
And I don't even enjoy it.
right. No, thanks. Well, no, it's like showing people a demo, they might not understand
Sure.
in terms of like
but they probably know our song "Chasing Nostalgia."
right. No, but what I'm saying is like you can hear a demo even when you're making it, but you have to be able to hear what you want it to become.
Yeah.
So
I can
some
use an
people
example.
might not have that connection.
My wife is not creative, and sometimes I will write a song that I'm super stoked about, and I'll be like, Haley, come here, I need to show you this song. And I show it to her, and she's like, because like her brain doesn't work in the I hear what it's going to sound like someday.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas like I show you guys and other people who are musical, and you can be like, the demo sounds horrible. Like it sounds horrible,
But we know-
but you understand kind of where it could
Right.
become.
I haven't gotten my
So-
hands on it yet.
I feel like it's
Right. Yeah. We haven't given it to Ben who can fire.
So I
who
feel
can
like-
Avatar.
This is like a good vulnerable place that I hope encourages people to
Yeah.
pursue music, and also hopefully you don't think less of us.
Because you're going to hear this demo, at least today. You're going to think, I could do that. And you know what?
You can.
You can.
So today we're gonna dive into "Chasing Nostalgia," the song,
The song.
and we have the very first demo James sent us, and then we have like a more produced up demo, and then we'll show you kind of some of the like take away some of the instruments, like the stems of it, and just like strip it back and show you what like the individual sounds are of it. So I'll play that.
Okay. Yeah. Play it. And then I'll give a little bit of.
Yeah. So this is
Please.
the initial,
You can roast me.
very initial demo that James sent us.
Honestly, I just don't care enough. When things are different, you could hypnotize me with just one touch. I used to stare at your face for hours and I'd ever find your lips. You got the beauty of nothing and everything. Scrunchies on my sleeve, still handcuffs stuck in these memories. A perfume, her room put me to sleep. Well, you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down, I'm wrong when it's right, some and not of mine, mystery make up, I've been done out of banana.
So there you go.
Wow.
A lot of the bones are there.
The
though.
bones are
The
there.
bones are there.
Yeah.
Nothing else is there. It's just a skeleton for sure. The first thing that strikes me is one, if you listen to the lyrics, especially in like the chorus part, you can already tell where I got my inspiration because it was like, cause you're hot, then you're cold, you're yes, then you're no, you're in and you're out. I was like, who did those lyrics before?
I will say this file name is Katy Perry Melody Ripoff.
Yeah, and so my favorite genre of music is like recession pop, 2008 to 2013. Katy Perry, Kesha, Benny Blanco was producing a lot. Dr. Luke, Max Martin were all doing stuff during then. I mean, they still are doing stuff. But I was listening to Hot and Cold by Katy Perry. I was like, I love this song. I want to make something like it. And so I already had kind of like the instruments for it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sing along like to that rhythm. And so I did change the rhythm. So it's not a complete ripoff, but I have here because I was thinking about it. It took me between 30 and 45 minutes. I remember that. So I made that in like a little bit less, like 30 to 45 minutes before a lunch, coincidentally, at Chick-fil-A that I was going to.
Banned.
I know, exactly. Bam. Okay. And yeah, so I ripped off Katy Perry. I am proud of it because good artists copy and great artists steal.
I remember when I think you texted us that song maybe,
Something like that.
and I was like, this is really good. Like this is gonna
Yeah.
be really good.
Yeah, dude, it's done.
And I think what the biggest thing, I just love the
Oh yeah.
just that pre-chorus was just like, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I think people ask all the time, like, how do you write songs? And it's every time is different, but like one consistent thing is just like mumbling melodies.
Oh yeah.
And so
If
if there's any songwriters, I highly encourage like, and then I said it's swimming in the sea.
in a birthday
Can-
party,
And
Can
then
we
like,
just recognize that one amazing line?
scrunchies,
Scrunchies, my sleeves still handcuffed by these memories.
really good. I wish we'd kept those.
I'm not. Hey, they're not.
they're not
They're
bad.
not.
No, they're really
horrible,
good.
But it's like, come on now.
So,
No.
and then we wrote the song out a little more with the help of Mark Brad, our former singer, and it was really, I think it was a really special song to work on together.
Yeah, it was.
But then, so we kind of just like demoed it out, and then I put some scratch vocals over it, basically just demo vocals. And this, I'll just play a little bit of this next version of a demo.
Yeah.
And I'll just do the like pre-chorus to chorus.
We thought it would never end. Drive down your street. The memories are bittersweet. Rewind, lost time, but nothing lasts forever. Sun in your eyes on 75. Daytons and nights, saying goodbye. Rewind, put it in my mind, live it over and over. Chasing nostalgia.
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't play guitar. One of my goals is
Right.
to learn a little bit of guitar, but like I used a MIDI guitar like on my piano, you know, so
Right. Something I noticed is that I think that we lowered the key.
Yeah.
I think with your demos we tend to always
Yeah.
lower the key a little bit.
Right. I always write too high and like D.
Well, I think your register is maybe a little higher than mine. Like your sweet spot maybe it's a little higher than mine.
No, I just write too high for
but
myself.
that's fair. I used to write really high.
Yeah, I need to write in like B.
I don't even know what a
Something like
key
that.
is. I don't even know.
I don't know.
But I also, so then we obviously like re-recorded most of everything. Like I remember,
Oh yeah.
we worked on those drum fills and stuff like that.
Right.
All the drums I programmed with Easy Drummer.
Easy drummer 3.
Easy Drummer.
You have
Is
3
it
or
3?
2?
I think it's 2.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think mine's 3. So I think
Maybe
you
it's
have
Oh,
3.
he's one better than you.
Oh shoot. No, I think mine's 3 actually.
You know, one thing about that song, which was a little bit hard for me to, not hard for me to accept, but I didn't care for it at first, was that transition from the chorus, pre-chorus to the chorus, the "But Nothing Lasts Forever." Because the original was like, dun 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 dun.
You put
Yeah, it was. And then to have that change to I was like, oh, I don't like that as much. But now it's like, oh yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah. But then we brought it back with the Chasing Nostalgia. I'm chasing
But
nostalgia.
yeah, yep.
With the chorus. I remember that moment where
like,
we locked in on we were like I think Adolph and I we were like wait, we both thought of Chasing Nostalgia at the same time. It was like
Yeah.
wait. It's like,
We're big chasers.
yeah, we love chasing
Then it
things.
reflects back to Chasing Dreams, a really old record. And
Right.
That's right.
just
So-
nostalgia.
We also I brought up the stems. Our friend John Class mixed the whole record.
Shout out John Class.
Shout out John. And then he
Maybe he should change his first name to Master Class because he's good.
I'll tell you something off the record.
What, Master Class? It's like he puts
No,
on a Master
he
Class.
calls himself Class Hole Studios.
That's awesome.
It's really funny. Anyway, here's some of the
considering
stems.
This is off the record.
That's facts.
That's fair. So I'm gonna play just a little bit of the song here and there. Basically, I can mute like the drums, mute like the bass, percussion, random stuff. So I'll play. Here's like the pre-chorus, I think.
Time, but nothing lasts forever. Sun in your eyes, driving 75. Day turns to night, never saying goodbye.
Is there
If
guitar
we
in the
could
verse?
rewind,
No.
replay in my mind, live it over and over. I'm chasing nostalgia.
So yeah, there's a guitar like this one.
Okay.
Just doing that the whole time.
And replay in my mind, we thought it would never end.
And there's like a
Drive.
piano back here.
The roads.
Dude, I am
love a
just a
Rhodes.
sucker for a good electric piano.
But then in the background,
That's awesome.
and it sounds really stupid on its own, but
Rewind, lost time.
they're here to
But
just
now
all
we
together.
thought it would never end. Drive down your street.
Yeah, I can hear that
So you
piano.
can kind of hear that piano back
Memories are
there.
bittersweet. Rewind.
A lot of people on TikTok
lost.
say it gives them 5-sauce vibes. That,
Oh, yeah.
The start of that pre-chorus. Because TikTok won't let you adjust the sound on a photo carousel.
That's fair.
So it always starts there. I never thought about that, but they're like, it's giving 5-sauce. I'm like,
I'll take it.
okay.
It's one of the best.
I think that's mostly. Let me just go to the bridge.
Sun in your eyes, driving 75. Day turns to night, never saying goodbye. If we could rewind, replay in my mind. Move it over and over, I'm chasing nostalgia. Sun in your eyes, driving 75. Day turns to night, never saying goodbye. If we could rewind, replay in my
A lot of background
A
vocals.
lot of background vocals.
I'm chasing nostalgia. Sun in your eyes, driving 75. Day turns to night, I'm chasing nostalgia. We could rewind, replay in my mind.
Heck yeah.
I'm chasing nostalgia.
Yeah, there's just like a lot of
Quartet.
random.
That's awesome.
I'm
That's right.
chasing nostalgia.
Chasing nostalgia.
Chasing nostalgia.
Chasing nostalgia. There you go.
So that is Demo Derby.
Let
where
us
we
know.
wreck our confidence in ourselves by listening to old demos.
That's so true. Even like the stems, it's like, oh, it's kind of. Stems are always interesting on their own.
Yeah.
They're just
I
kind of
think
like.
Phineas, I saw Phineas talk about that one time. He was breaking down a track, and for those of you who don't know, Phineas does all of like Billie Eilish's stuff and her brother. And he was like, what people don't understand is that each individual part of a song soloed generally sounds really bad.
Yeah.
And then it's just the sum of all the parts that sounds good.
Well, I even feel like without vocals, if you strip back vocal and just do instrumental, it's not usually crazy.
No.
Like there's nothing that sounds like, I mean, stuff can sound amazing together, but like in terms of like, you don't have to have 60 layers, which is what I always want to do. I'm like, oh, if I had this, oh, I can add this, oh, I can add this. Just add a
I'll just
freaking
play a little
vocal.
bit of Chasing Nostalgia with no vocals now.
Okay.
This one sounds good, actually.
I mean, well, yeah, but it's just
it's simple.
Just guitar.
It's just
keys.
I'll go to the chorus.
It almost
like-
it feels so much slower.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got guitars and drums, bass, synth, maybe.
Welcome to Miami University, where your future is unlimited.
Oh wait, that's so fast.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
about that song.
Yeah, that song got on our alma mater's commercial
Yeah.
for Miami University
Miami
of
University.
Ohio, not Miami University, not University of Miami in Florida, which is really cool.
That was like one of the best moments ever is we were in Salt Lake City in a hotel watching football, and then the
Oh, yeah.
commercial came on with our song on it.
They're like,
And we're watching ESPN and we're like, this is
what?
one of
What
the
the heck?
coolest moments of our lives.
I forgot about that.
That was a good moment.
That was a very special moment.
So,
Awesome.
just a note of encouragement is a demo that started like
Scrunchies.
My sleeve. Something that started out from that in my bedroom right up there, then turned into that demo, which then turned into that song, which then turned into this, and then it got on a freaking commercial during the Ohio State-Michigan game.
Yeah.
So you never know. If
You never
don't
know
try.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ashes to...
From ashes to dust,
Yeah.
as they say.
Yes. Ashes to dust.
From dust to a good song.
So, yeah,
All
that's
right.
Demo Derby.
That was Demo Derby. Let's wrap this up.
Wrap this, John.
We
up.
got our last segment of the day, which is we're calling it Ending on a High Note.
Ending on a high note.
Ending on a high note.
Which we just want to end today and probably all podcasts with just on a high note, a note of encouragement, probably on a high note.
Probably all podcasts.
And
us
I have
with that note.
I have a little encouragement here in a way. Do better.
Yes,
'Kay.
dude.
No, just kidding. Actually, I just finished reading the book Atomic Habits.
James Clear.
By
He's
James
from our hometown of Hamilton, Ohio.
Is he
actually.
really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh wow, I
I
didn't
share his
know that.
first name, too.
Oh, James.
Yeah.
That's right. But I just finished the book. I thought it was a really good book, very encouraging book. If you want to read it, you can check it out, or you can listen to me. I have this quote from the book that James and I talk about quite often. But
You and James Clear?
yeah, that's
Okay.
right. Me and James Clear. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. As the votes build up, so does the evidence of your new identity. So basically, every action that you take is saying, is casting a vote for, like, if you want to be a person that exercises and is healthy, every time you exercise, that's casting a vote for, yep, I'm a healthy person. I'm a person who works out. And so every time you do that, that's building your identity of being a person who works out. And so if
Yeah.
you don't ever work out, you're obviously not the type of person that works out. And so every action you take, whether it's good or bad, is a vote for the type of person that you are. And so, yeah, it's okay if, like, you miss a day or whatever. Like,
Right.
you
Don't
know,
miss 2 days in a row.
that's right. He also says that. But just kind of encouragement to be like, if you have a desire to be somebody who works out or who is healthy or who reads or takes baths or something like that,
Yes.
every time you do it is casting a vote and basically reaffirming that identity that, like, yes, I am this
Yeah.
person. I am a healthy person. I am.
And it just starts with putting on your shoes, your gym shoes.
If you're into that thing.
Please be somebody that throws away your chicken wing bones.
No, that's how it starts. You just got to put
Yeah.
on your gym shoes. And you got
And
to go to the gym.
on the flip side, if you're a person that, you're always snoozing your alarm, you never go to bed on time, all that, you're casting votes for
Your name is James.
your name is James. So not to shame you or I don't know, but just to be
No,
like,
it's just encouragement.
Well, and that reminds me of what John Deloney says. Behavior is a language, and actions speak louder than words.
that's right.
So,
That's right. You can talk the talk, but you got to walk the walk.
especially when you're in your gym shoes.
That's right.
Yeah.
My last note of encouragement, don't wear pajamas to the gym.
Dude, so many people wear pajamas to the gym. It's crazy.
I know it's comfortable, but
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. It's just weird.
What if they worked a 12-hour shift as a nurse?
They
and then
didn't. These are high school kids.
Maybe they're really good nurses. They
Anyway,
graduated early.
Thank you
Thank-
for listening to the first episode of Off the Record with Telehope.
This is the first one. Let us know what you liked, what you hated, what you want to hear in future episodes, maybe.
And if you want to hear more, we're going to post at least once a month.
Right.
once a month
On
on our page.
For
Patreon.
Patreon.
Patreon only.
So
We'll
first one's
post clips
free.
here and there, the best of clips on our Instagram or
I think
things
this
like
whole
that.
podcast is one best
Yep,
of.
it'll be a 1 hour best clip.
That's so facts.
Well,
Cast a vote for who you want to be.
That's right. And my vote cast is that we're done.
I think I'll cast my vote for that as well. Here.
Here. See you next time,
Thank you,
everybody.
See you guys.